Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Curious Case of Cinema podcast. I'm Gray, joined with,
Preston.
yep, it's been a long time.
Mhm.
Really long
Yeah.
time. I feel like I'm
Yep.
lagging. It's fine. But yeah, you talk.
We're going to review Natural Born Killers.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you should talk about it first.
Okay. The film is directed by Oliver Stone, and I believe it was originally a Tarantino script. I believe. I don't really remember. Um, I don't know. I like the movie a lot. I did I like it? I don't even know. It's so. I'm okay. We were on a really long hiatus, so get ready for really bad talking about movies.
Yeah, it's not. We'll get back in the rhythm, but we're rusty.
For sure. Um, what
I liked it.
I liked it.
I would say. I'm not sure, but it might be a 4.
Yeah, I agree. Um,
Might be early. It might be early to be saying the score of the movie, but
yeah,
rusty.
rusty.
That's my excuse for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It was really weird. I didn't really know much about the movie. It was a lot weirder than I expected, but I I, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I didn't know Woody Harrelson was going to be in it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I knew it had some relation to Tarantino. I didn't know he wrote the story for it.
I'm not sure.
But
I get that mixed up with the whatever romance film. I think True Romance.
True Romance.
He definitely wrote
Doesn't
that
he have?
one. He definitely or produced.
It said in the credits that he wrote the story for Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers. Oh, okay. I liked a lot of the film. I thought the stylistic choices were definitely the best. Because I liked the change, like the change from like different colors, and then the change to like animated almost.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't necessarily classify those as changes because it really doesn't because I don't. Well, no, there are changes. My bad. But I like that a lot. I think the themes of this movie are, I'd say, relatively apparent. About like how media shows violence. But I liked a lot about this movie. I thought Robert Downey Jr. was great.
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to be in this, but he didn't remind me of Robert Downey Jr.
Mhm.
And I mean, he was really good in that.
Yeah. To be fair, wasn't this in his like era where he was like doing drugs?
Probably. It's before Iron Man.
Yeah.
So, I think I didn't know how big. I didn't think he would have that big of a role since he showed up kind of late in the movie. I'm not sure, maybe like late, not too late, but he was in like basically the. When when did they meet him? Like this? Would you say the second half of the movie?
I'd say like when they first like fully met him, that like we see them sharing.
Just as he was shown as a character.
I mean, just shown as a character, yeah, definitely second half of the film. Near the end is when they kind of do meet in that kind of like final chaotic run through riot of the prison. And I thought that scene was, very entertaining. I don't know. I mean, a lot of this film is like definitely like out there. I don't think any of this is like realistic in any way.
Yeah, like you said, when is he the officer when he was cutting Juliette Lewis?
Yeah, I thought like he was. I don't think anyone in that power would really be saying that type of thing. They wouldn't really be saying that they were
Right.
going to cut someone's tits off. Um,
Mm.
yeah,
And he actually did a little bit.
he did. Yep, it was very interesting. I was for some reason expecting more nudity in this one. I don't know why. I think because I'd seen the first half of the.
Are you a bit disappointed?
No, no, I'm not disappointed. But I'd already seen like the first half of this film. Uh, before.
You have?
Well, yeah, I'd seen like half of the film, and I I took a break, and then it left Netflix the next day, so I didn't get to finish it.
When?
This was like probably like a couple months ago.
Oh, so do you how
I don't
did
remember.
you remember the film?
No, no, not at all.
Oh.
I just remembered that like they were serial killers.
Hmm.
That was it.
Yeah, there's a lot of. It didn't have as many Dutch angles later on, but at the start of the movie, there's so many Dutch angles. It's like as many as like Thor. If you've seen that first Thor movie, actually crazy.
Something I when I think of this movie, I see it. Do you feel like there's like a type of film that you can just like classify as like a '90s film?
Maybe. I mean, I'm not willing to say no or yes to that.
I definitely would classify this as like it felt like something that was definitely made in the '90s.
Yeah, I mean, you had Bill Clinton reference, O.J. Simpson reference, and then they were talking about the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl. So three of those things right there. Those are very '90s.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah, it definitely felt like the '90s.
Yeah, I mean, like I said already, like my biggest standouts were Robert Downey Jr. and Woody Harrelson. They were great. I was also so surprised to see Tommy Lee Jones in this.
Who did he
He
play?
played the warden.
Oh,
Yeah. I think this film felt for me like a fever dream,
yeah, I agree with you.
and I don't know if it was good. I think that the more I think about it, it's just like I don't. Oh, should I also turn my camera? Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Oh, no, it just said no. Glitched out.
But yeah, I mean, I think the acting in this movie is great. The way it's
Yeah, I
shot
mean,
is
Juliette Lewis, Woody Harrelson,
yeah,
Robert Downey
Robert
Jr.
Downey Jr. for sure. Yeah, there's like a lot to like about this movie, and I think I don't know. I think the themes, like I said, were pretty apparent. I think I don't know why. I just when I was getting into the movie, I was not the most interested in it. I think, but then once the action and stuff happened, I kind of got more.
You weren't into the movie at first?
At first, no. I mean, because like the, I just felt that like the vibes were kind of weird. Like the scene when she's like dancing, it just I don't know. It felt awkward to
Yeah,
me.
very early on, it depicts itself as a weird movie and
Yeah.
unlimited Dutch.
And the scene.
So what are you gonna give it?
I'm thinking like three and a half.
I think lowest is probably 3.5. Highest is 4. I think I don't even know what it is. I mean, I guess you could say it's a hot mess, but it's a hot mess I enjoyed.
I mean, it's a very entertaining hot mess for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, what flaws do you have with it?
What are my flaws? I mean, Do I have any? I mean, oh, well, it's not a flaw. I just there was a couple scenes that like made me uncomfortable, and I think that's the point too. But I believe it was like Rodney Dangerfield's character who was playing her father, and the way it like definitely implied incest for sure. Like when he was grabbing her butt and stuff like that. Like
Right.
it's definitely there to make the audience uncomfortable, and it definitely did that. I don't know. Was it needed? Probably. You know,
I mean, what just the incest or the um Roger Daner Roger
Rodney
Dane
Dangerfield.
Rodney
Or wait,
Dangerfield
is it
grabbing her
Rodney
butt.
Dangerfield? I don't even know his name. It was just something Dangerfield. Rusty Dangerfield. Sure, we'll go with that.
No,
Fuck, my bad.
are you saying that you didn't like that he was grabbing her butt, or are you saying that was it? Are you saying that was unnecessary, or are
No, I'm
you
not saying
saying
anything of that was unnecessary. It just definitely made me uncomfortable. Which
okay,
I mean, of course, that's the point. And I mean, to be fair, like that strange relationship between the two is kind of her motivation for what she does, like and why she kills him. Um, and I mean, yeah. Also, like, I mean, I can understand why she killed her mother because her mother didn't, help her out of the situation. But also,
I was surprised by that. I didn't think she would. I mean,
hmm
I don't. Her mother should have done better, but
hmm
I don't know. I don't think she was like a terrible. I mean, yeah, her mother should have done better, but I don't think she was a human being deserving of that.
hmm
But I
but
mean,
also, like, to be fair,
she also
like, considering that the film is them basically killing innocent people, or quote unquote innocent people, in like, because of course Woody Harrelson's speech in the film where he says no one's
Mhm.
like fully innocent. Um,
Right.
and yeah, like a couple of the times I was like, it was giving me like vibes of like Matthew McConaughey in True Detective, his speech, where he'll just like randomly go off into tangents that like are weirdly philosophical, but like
Right.
also like, and then there was a couple times where I was like, I was like with him in a sense, which I feel like I shouldn't have, but I agreed with some of the things he said. I'll just say that.
Right.
But
I'm trying to think.
I would
What
have I would
else?
I would have liked um what was it more from? I think it would be interesting to see um like the Indian kid who they killed his father or grandfather. I feel like I kind of wanted more from that. I don't know why.
Is that the ending you want? You want him to come back and kill them too?
No, no. Well, maybe. Yeah, I think that would be very fulfilling.
That would have been a nice alternative ending.
Hmm
Maybe that's in the bonus features.
Maybe. I think there is a director's cut.
I like. I'd like to watch that. It's probably. I mean, this movie already felt like. I mean, there were times I thought it might have just ended after he said, "What did he just say?" He just said, "I guess I'm a natural born killer" or something.
That would have been
I thought
that
it
would
would.
have been a great ending. And then he gets the electric chair. No, I'm kidding.
I thought the movie might have. I thought that the movie might end there, but
Yeah, I mean for sure. And like that line was really, really great. The name drop of the film itself. I like when movies do
right.
that, but also like it just kind of
What can be cheesy?
can be cheesy. Yeah, but this was a use of it being not cheesy for sure. Um, what else? What else? What else about the film? Also like, why was that lime pie so neon?
What lime pie?
In the
Oh, the one at the start of the movie?
yes.
I don't
What
remember
lime
seeing
pie?
it. Well, why was the grocery store so green? Why was that?
The drugstore.
Or the drug zone.
Yeah, the drug zone.
Why was it so? I mean, it's hard to figure out what's flaws and what's just chaos in this movie.
I mean, I think that was definitely a creative choice. Is it a
Right.
great choice? No. I don't know. I think
I mean,
also
it's not a 5.
yeah, no. Also like
A movie can have no flaws and still not be a 5.
mhm,
But it's hard to find flaws because this movie is just such. I mean, it's got a story, but it's just such a mess.
mhm. And I mean, never mind. I was gonna make a David Lynch say something about that. Well, like his films actually have coherent plots sometimes, except for Inland Empire, in my opinion.
Creepy Laura Dorn face.
Yeah. Oh, it's so gross. But yeah, I like this movie. It's not horrible. I would rewatch it maybe to get better.
I'd like to see the director's cut because I think. I mean, I don't know what's cut out, but I feel like this movie could have ended, what, 25, 30 minutes earlier, so I don't know what other scenes need to be added, but that would be an interesting watch.
Yeah, this definitely could have been a easy 90-minute flick.
And I wondered, after the movie didn't end, after he said, "I'm a natural born killer" or whatever, I wondered if it would go on too long, and it didn't. It just had a different ending.
Than what we were expecting. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of because it's like I don't know. Is this movie just one big flaw?
How so?
I don't know because it's like I can't think of anything wrong with it, but like there's certain things that I have wrong with it. Like I don't because and it's all like director choices. I feel like or all like creative choices that are like you know I don't know. I think
Well, what are the director choices?
well like the choices on like the room, the coloring of like that space, and then also like why did Woody Harrelson rape hostage that they had, like that woman who was tied up.
Did he?
Well, there was like a clip where when she was getting you know getting her stuff, Woody Harrelson's Mallory, when she was getting on the car, they showed a clip after of him like I think holding her at knife point. I don't know. Maybe my
Would this movie have been better as just like not all the Dutch angles, not all the crazy lighting and just trippiness of the movie, and just it been just a regular movie? Would it have been better that way?
no, I don't think so.
You don't think?
Because I think that's what
That's
makes
just the
this movie. It's
right.
unique in that way. Because I mean, like, I don't think I've seen a movie in so long that has done like all of the stuff where it's like the television's like on the wall, projected out the window. Like I haven't seen that like ever.
Yeah,
Because like, of course.
and when they're driving too.
Well, yeah, like it felt like almost a reference to like those old films where like people would be driving, and then like it would be like a screen behind them playing a clip of like
Right.
that.
Even though it didn't look good, it looked good in the sense that just being artistic.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I liked some of what I saw, or most of what I saw, but there was.
I still need to watch some whatever YouTube reviews I can find of this movie, but maybe that might be better to help point out flaws. It usually is, but as of now, I think
3.5
4
for me.
Can't argue with that.
Are you going to go with a 3.5 as well?
No.
You're going to go with.
But I can't. I'm going with 4.
Oh, okay, fair enough. That's valid.
But I can't argue. I couldn't argue with 3.
Mm-hmm.
I could argue 2.5, but I couldn't argue.
Yeah.
I couldn't even.
Well, yeah, 2.5 seems a bit.
Because this movie, it's just like this movie doesn't really have any flaws, and that I can think of. It's just, do you like the movie style?
I mean, to an extent, I did. I think at times I was a bit like it's a very overstimulating movie, I think. Where it's like there's in each shot, there's like probably a million different things you could look at and pay attention to and still and still get the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this movie's good. I wouldn't say I would. I don't know what my issues are with this. I don't think I have any, but my brain is just like.
It's a lot of style,
Mhm.
but it's not style over substance. It's not like French Dispatch. It's got a story.
French Dispatch has substance. Sorry.
Last time I watched it, hey, I can blame that on 2022. Is that when I watched it? 2022. What? From what I remember, I don't remember French Dispatch having. I just remember it being mostly style.
It is a lot of style, but there is a
Like,
story. It's
the
about a
most out of
fucking
any lesson.
newspaper shop, like a newspaper. That's
what
what
it's about?
the entire fucking movie's about, and the stories that they tell.
I watched it 2 years ago.
I watched it
So.
2 years ago as well.
But you probably watched it more
No,
recently.
actually, no, I don't think so.
Actually, you probably watched it in 2021.
Oh yeah, I saw it when it came out in theaters. My bad.
But did you see it in 2022?
I only watched it once.
Hopefully, I don't live to regret that French Dispatch take.
I'm gonna make the internet hate you. No, I'm kidding. No,
All right, it's official. That's my next review.
Yeah, you're gonna need to watch French Dispatch again, and you're gonna need to watch what's the new one that came out last year?
You're turning into Joe Biden.
Sorry, it's 4:06 in the morning. What do you expect?
No. Yeah, and it's been like over a year. But
that's a very
what is that new one called?
Hey, own it on
actually,
Blu-ray.
I can't even think of it. What's that movie called?
Wow.
Asteroid City.
You motherfucker. No, it's fine. Okay. Any final thoughts?
I mean, I feel like I've said everything I need to say about this movie.
Yeah. I mean, same. I think a lot of this episode of our podcast is just us trying to get back used to what it was like. Almost. Where we're like trying to get back into the flow of it. I don't think we will have a what is it? I don't think we'll have a guest on for some time until we feel more comfortable with this. Because I don't think, or who knows?
I'm the goat.
If you want to get a guest on, I'd be down. But
yeah, I think we might need to do another episode because this episode is already kind of like the presidential debate, but two Joe Bidens at times.
Yeah,
it's
okay. I hate to. Okay, I'm gonna be political. The way you're sounding, you sound like a Republican when you're talking about how we both sound like Joe Biden. At this point, you should just say, we sound both like Trump. We're mumbling and we don't know what we're saying. And
I'm sorry, but
yeah, I mean, to be fair, now he is the I think oldest candidate.
Let's make it clear. I'm not a JD Vance fan.
Racist Diet Mountain Dew. Okay. I think we will end this episode right here. Thank you all for listening.
Yes. I don't know how it's
Me
25
neither.
minutes.
It's just going to be a whole bunch of mumbling and jumbling.
Hey, awkward pauses
Fair
add
enough.
up.
And the amount of times I just go, that's going to add up.
We finally beat Medicare.
Oh, God. Okay. Thank you all for listening to this episode of the Curious Case of Cinema podcast. We're so happy to be back, and we can't wait to bring you guys more content. Bye.
Yep. Hopefully a logo change.
Most definitely. Okay, goodbye. Okay, it's done recording.